My name is Irene Ojuok. I am a Kenyan, very passionate about community-driven land restoration. And this brings me to my passion on this approach called farmer-managed natural regeneration. Over many decades, our land was surviving on natural trees. Our land enabled our households to survive with our local indigenous trees. But with time, as people got to intensify agriculture, as people increased their need or the use for timber, most of the local trees were cut on the farms. And as the local trees were cut away from the farms, more interventions for tree planting were brought forth through government, other organizations, private sector, to meet the gap that existed. And so our local trees have been under pressure from every side. Either it is farming, whether it is settlement, whether it's urbanization. And so farmer-managed natural regeneration brings us back to our roots. Indigenous trees have ensured that our ecosystem services can actually support resilience for agriculture, can support our households to get their livelihoods, can support our farms to fight the enemies, whether it is through diseases, through pest attack. But for some reason, this problem of cutting down trees, the problem of removing natural trees has been increasing over time. What is the role of FMNR in this case? Kenya is about 80% semi-arid. Tree planting is not feasible in a place where water stress is at the peak. Farmers do not have many alternatives. So if you want to push them to grow trees, they cannot grow it while competing with the water that they need to survive in their households. So FMNR gives opportunity for local trees to thrive in the habitats that they are used to. My passion in FMNR started in 2012 when I got to know about the opportunity for restoring our degraded landscapes where farmers take the lead role. Children are probably the most important people to be brought into the picture, and simplifying environmental knowledge is important to ensure that they are involved, they are participating with a good understanding, and that they love nature and they can protect it because they love it and because they understand the value that it comes with. When children are not involved in restoration, they do not grow up knowing and understanding why they need to protect the trees, they need to take care of the environment, they need to benefit from what our forefathers and fathers benefited from. And so excluding them from environmental conservation basically creates a bleak future. Women, on the other hand, are dependent entirely on trees, they are dependent on nature, they are dependent on natural resources around them. And what we are looking at is how do we get women find it easy, find it more convenient to participate in restoration in a way that breaks cultural barriers, incentivizes them into these conversations, but more importantly, can diversify their income opportunities. Women work on the farms every day. So the choice to remove a tree that is naturally regenerating on the farm is dependent on the hoe they carry and their decision when they are, clearing the farm. The global conversation now is how do we bring smallholders at the forefront of conservation? If farmers are not at the center of the conversation on restoration, then we do not have farms to invest in. So farmers are the key investors in restoration, and when they take lead in this process, then we have hope in sustaining restoration conversation. In many of the COPs we go into, you find a lot of people, experts, donors in different contexts, struggling with understanding the realities of farmers on the ground. And I can tell you that with the experience I've had working with farmers in communities for about 10, 11 years, farmers know what they want. Farmers believe in themselves. Farmers are pressed from every side. Farmers know that their solutions come from the ground. Farmers know that their land has the opportunity, has the potential to solve their problems.